Welcome to the Success Sensei podcast for anyone interested in success, happiness, and balance. We'll teach you how to be a black belt at life. And now, your host, former professional fighter, multiple world champion, entrepreneur, and investor, Robert Devane.
Bowing in. This is Roundhouse Rob, the Success Sensei, helping you to win at life one kick and punch at a time. Today's episode, what's your 2021 plan? And it's episode 220. Welcome to the Friday Blitz.
The Success Sensei Friday Blitz coming at ya.
What's your 2021 plan? Yes, we're talking about goals and goal setting and knowing what you want out of life, whether it's experiences, our skills, our material possessions, whatever it is you want to chase and achieve and go for. And control, I suppose, as well. Controlling your destiny. That's what was wrong with this year, 2020. A lot of us felt out of control, like we didn't have control over our own basic freedoms based on everything that was going on. Do you want 2021 to be better than 2020? Now, I know that's an absolutely ridiculous question because of course you do. For many, many people, 2020 has been a time of frustration, anxiety, worry, threats to health. There's been so much coming at us via media, via news every day, besides the actual threat of the coronavirus. And besides the threat to small businesses, to jobs, besides all that, it was the daily and sometimes hourly waiting of precautions and news and listening to numbers and statistics. All very depressing stuff, all an emotional roller coaster. So obviously you do want 2021 to be better than 2020, but what can you do to ensure that it is? What can you do to ensure that your 2021 is better than 2020? If you're just waiting around, waiting to see what's going to happen, waiting to see if it's going to be a better year for you, then that is the wrong mindset. Because what if it's not? What if there is another lockdown in January? They're already talking about after Christmas time, if they ease restrictions for Christmas, we could be starting the year with another lockdown, another level 5 or whatever it is. What if it is something else, by the way? What if it is, some type of catastrophe, whether it's a personal catastrophe or, a catastrophe on a social level or on a global level, or whether it's to do with nature? We can all be more prepared. That's all very negative, but we can be. If there's one thing that you think in any of these scenarios during this year, especially during COVID-19 and the various lockdowns since the start of the year, I bet you said to yourself you wish you were more prepared. So going into 2021, what can we do to feel more prepared? That alone, feeling more prepared, gives you more confidence, gives you more motivation, and relieves some of the stress and some of the worry and some of the anxiety. It doesn't eliminate it all. But if you're more prepared, it obviously puts you in a better mindset, and you can control a lot more things in your life and control more of your destiny if you feel more prepared. So set your goals up. I'm big into goals. Hopefully you are too, because people that set goals achieve more than those who don't. People that actually have written down goals and action plans achieve a hell of a lot more than those who even just have goals but don't write them down. So whether it's pen, paper, whether you bring a diary around with you, whether you have it on, digital tablet or your phone or computer, try to review it on a regular basis. Looking at your goals, just reading your goals, should actually make you happy. Just reading your goals should give you motivation to go on with your goals, to try to achieve them. Reading your goals should also give you confidence because you know you have an actual plan. So you need to figure out, basically going forward and with your goals, maybe different to any other previous years. Yes, figure out and realize what's most important. You have a year behind you now, 2020. I think getting through 2020 was a big achievement. And hopefully you've changed as a person for the better. Hopefully you've really realized it's given you the perfect opportunity to figure out what is most important to you and base your goals around everything that you've learned in 2020. Also, the opposite side is that hopefully you've really figured out what is not important to you. So if you've been wasting time chasing goals that really aren't that important to you, or you've convinced yourself that certain things are important and they weren't, then, discard them. Definitely reshape your goals into, what's most important and what isn't important. Take a bit of control back. So there's lots of things in your goals that you can do to be more prepared. Obviously, a big one is build an emergency fund. I know Christmas is coming up. I know New Year's is coming up. I know it's a very expensive time, but going into 2021, if you go into another lockdown more broke than you are now, that's not a good thing. If you're in 2021 and you have less money than you do in 2020, you're definitely going to be underprepared. So the only answer is to be more prepared, is to try to have an emergency fund. Build a decent emergency fund. As to what that is to you, that's totally up to you. Some people think it's 6 months living expenses. Some people think it's several years living expenses. It's totally up to you. Whatever gives you confidence and motivation and a bit of breathing space to be able to pursue your goals. Take a little bit of control back. Quality time with loved ones and friends is hopefully you've seen that this year, is obviously very important. Enjoying your job and your business or your career. If you've realized in 2020 that you're on a path that you don't enjoy, it doesn't bring you joy, your job, your business or your career doesn't bring you joy, then really look at changing that in 2021. Here's one for you. What could you be possibly doing? What could you do? What could you change? What goals could you put in place that would make you wake up happier more often and would make you able to go to bed happier more often? Now, that's not a fantasy. If you're waking up more miserable more often than happy, or you're going to bed more miserable more often than going to bed happy, there's something wrong. You definitely can. You can't go like 7 days a week, obviously, every month of every year, go wake up happy and go to bed happy. It doesn't really work like that. But the majority of time, there's no reason why you can't wake up happy and go to bed happy, or certainly wake up happier or go to bed happier. But this is the question for you. Whether you think that's cringe or cheesy or not, what could you possibly change in your life going forward? What could you possibly do? How would you see your life? How would you see your lifestyle? What would it need to be for you to be able to wake up happier, or for you to be able to go to bed happier? What are those goals? Strive towards your goals and achieve those goals. Set them out, small actionable steps, make it realistic. It doesn't, as I said, it doesn't have to be cheesy or cringy unless you make it that way. It can be realistic for you. Your goals should motivate you. Your goals should give you confidence. Your goals should make you want to wake up in the morning. You're achieving your goals, or certainly working towards them, should make you happier going to bed at night. Now is the time to be looking at your goals. We're slightly early because it's just, a couple of days before December. But December really is a time to be doing your goals. Where a lot of people I talk to go wrong is they're trying to do their goals in January. No. January, the year has already started and you were not prepared. Being reactive is nowhere near as positive as being proactive. So have your goals set out before 2021 rings in. And it's totally fine if you've had to move all your goals from your goal sheet of 2020 and simply move them forward to 2021 and make minor adjustments. That's fine as well. Keep moving whatever ones you don't achieve forward to each year that you go into. That's absolutely no problem at all. People do that all the time. There's goals that I wish I had achieved 10 years ago that I didn't, that I'm still moving forward, and that's fine. A lot of them I have achieved, but there's certain ones that might be dragging out a little bit. So feel free to move them forward. If you get any bit of momentum towards them, then you're benefiting, and you're living the dream, striving and working towards your goals, achieving some along the way, and putting in more effort and more time to work on the bigger ones. But now is the time. December is the time to have your goals in place, to know exactly your reasons why and what it is that you want to be doing and achieving, and how you see your life unfolding to give you back more control going into 2021, to go into 2021 with a positive mindset that is going to ensure it's a better year for you, no matter what is going on, and that you're more prepared no matter what is going on, and that you are filtering all the negative emotional roller coaster news that isn't necessary for you to be immersing yourself in on an hourly or on a daily basis. So I look forward to hearing what your goals are, what you're setting out, and what you're hoping to achieve. And if I can help you in any way, please message me anytime. Go to the website, thesuccesssensei.com. Thank you for listening. I'm Roundhouse Rob, the Success Sensei. Life is a fight you can enjoy and win. Bowing out.
This has been the Success Sensei, fighting the winning fight. So add us, subscribe, like, and comment. Keep those hands up and keep moving forward.